My name is Donna Bullard, Akina now. I became associated with this group, Halava Coalition, in the beginning. I first got involved because I was with Common Cause Hawaii at that time. And every year Common Cause gave out recognition awards to individuals for various reasons. And there was this one individual that I had been reading about in the paper, and he had worked for the Bishop Museum as a historian and working on the Halava side, I think, more so. The first thing that comes to mind is we need to have the story told, still. The story has not been told, the truth has not been told. The freeway was built, and we were camping out there overnight because there was the fun run that was going to happen on Sunday, and we just all felt we needed to be there. And I got up that morning and got cleaned up and did whatever it is we do out there, and one of my friends and I were standing there, and we heard this rumbling sound. It was just a very, not loud, but just a, you know, the vibration, the rumbling sound. And I said, "What is that?" It's kind of like maybe an earthquake happening. And she said, that's the fun run. The people are running down the freeway. This horrible, horrible noise, and what I thought was, oh my God, what about all of the kapuna that are in there? They're being disturbed. And if that is the impact of just those people running on the freeway, what is happening to them every day with all of the noise of the cars going by and everything? That's a big impact to the land. The most important thing, like I mentioned before, is doing what is right by that land and by the kapuna that lived there and died there. The more that the agencies fought along the way and didn't tell the truth about everything was even more important to those of us that were there to tell the truth and do the right thing by the people that had lived there at one time. I think they're still learning because we still don't know. We still don't know. We learned a lot about the process and working with the government. That's a work in progress. I remember it might have been one of the first times involved with the government. We had hearings in front of Senator Tungpalan, and this was at the time of the discussion of the realignment. And somebody said in that hearing, "Well, we're realigning the freeway. Are you happy now?" Well, that's not exactly what's making us happy. If you want to realign the freeway into an S-curve and think that that's going to solve the problem, you know, we don't think so. I remember at the point where they were forming this working group, I forget what it was called at that time, and people didn't really want to do that because that would be more working with the government. And I said, well, we have to do this process because this is how they did the money, and for us to accomplish anything, we got to play this game. And so we did. And what's happening, how many years later? We're still playing the game to get some mitigation done. What took place in Halava Valley and Luluku and Haiku going down the other side, I think it was a lesson to some of the others. You look at what's happening with the rail right now. Just the fact that we're still here fighting for this thing, I think that speaks to the resiliency. I mean, these sites were buried, you know, and they're still here. They didn't cover them up. We're discovering it. So yeah, it's still there. The resiliency of everything that took place there, and the people that worked for it in the beginning, no longer here, but we're still continuing. if you weren't resilient, you wouldn't have lasted this long. And people are beginning to speak of Section 106 on that, and you know, sites that are going to be dug up and destroyed. And I thought, oh, it's deja vu all over again, because what they're going to do is they're going to destroy and then study, which is what they were trying to do in the valley too. It's not just about me. It wasn't just about this other person or my friend. There was a bigger thing that was more important than what we went in and did. This whole experience, this whole thing is more important. I guess that's why we continue to work with it and hang in there, is because it is so important, and we can't let go. Because what are you going to say to some of my friends have grandkids? What are you going to? Well, we got tired. No, we have to keep going. They have to keep going, so that they will know what happened in there. Whenever people talk about you have to respect the Aina and take care of it, it doesn't mean just going out there and pulling weeds and cleaning up trash. It means a lot more things to it. It's your behavior.